I would like to call the Site Plan Review Committee to order for Wednesday, April 5th, 2023. Roll call, please.
Mary Podolsky.
Here.
Dennis Persick.
Here.
Gary Paul.
Here.
Terry Rathburn.
Here.
Andy Krowski.
Here.
Dale Quinn.
Here.
And Catherine Fitzgibbon.
Please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remember all the men and women throughout the world in uniform. I have no changes to the agenda. I need a motion to approve, please.
Motion. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 5A, action on the Site Plan Review Committee regular meeting minutes from March 21, 2023.
Move to approve. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve those minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. 6, review plans for the following locations. 6A, action on a request by Bay Oral Surgery and Implant Center regarding site improvements located at 2351 South Ridge Road, parcel VA-120. Here.
All right, let me just bring up the site plan here. All right, as you can see on the site plan, relatively minor changes to the existing site plan at Bay Oral Implant and Surgery Center. What you can see here on the site plan, this is the proposed med gas room addition on the corner right here. There's a proposed driveway connection between this parking lot right here through the building, or through the front of the building right here to the existing driveway onto Willard. This is a proposed canopy that over an existing door, and there's an allowable allowance in our code for a up to 50-foot setback encroachment for lists out specifically canopies. So in this case, you're taking advantage of that exception to basically cover folks as they exit the building to a waiting car and then can drive out. So again, pretty straightforward addition to the building. All the materials will be consistent with what is existing on the building. One item that the village forester requested was that with the addition of the driveway, we'll take out 2 mature shade trees on the site. And to maintain consistency with our code, he is requesting two 2-inch minimum caliper shade trees added back to the property to replace those that will be lost with the driveway. In terms of the driveway addition, because it is new paved surface, a new paved driveway will have to have curbing and paved. In terms of recommended conditions of approval, pretty straightforward. Conventional curb pan or rolled curbing is required for the proposed driveway extension. And then from forestry, please provide a landscape plan that shows species and placement of 2 new large maturing shade trees to replace the 2 being removed. Minimum size caliper is 2-inch. Of course, maintain our hardiness zone for this area. There was one recommendation that came through from the Bicycle Pedestrian Committee, and as this recommendation is up to the property owner, business owner to move forward with it or not, so it is optional. Include bicycle parking compatible with the Association of Pedestrian and Bicycle Professional Standards. That would be for staffing, for staff at the office, and I guess if that becomes a request that the business owner follows through on it. If you have no questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I do have a representative from Bayland Building in the audience representing the applicant as well.
Aaron, has the neighborhood been contacted regarding this proposal? It's a pretty tough neighborhood in there that a lot of people are curious on what's going on there.
No, we don't have a process by which we provide public notification for site plans. Never have in the past.
Okay.
Oh, got it. Yeah, Mary lives in the area. Got it.
Just concerned with the people in the neighborhood. Strictly, they're just putting openings over the entrances there and little black topping, so I'll move to approve as presented with staff conditions.
Okay, does the second agree with staff condition? Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve as presented with staff conditions. Any other questions, concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. 6B, action on a request by BUI Properties GB LLC / North Central Utility regarding an addition to the existing building located at 3168 South Ridge Road, parcel VA-204-2. Karen?
All right, as shown on the site plan on the screen, you can see the proposed roughly 4,800 square foot addition here along Ashwaubenon Street. This is South Ridge Road right here. Existing building on the corner right here. So as proposed, there's an additional driveway extending out this way to accommodate the access point right here to allow for access from this gravel driveway that will be cut off with the proposed addition. So this addition right here, they were historically coming out this way to the driveway right here. This driveway will be a new access point right here. Engineering and Public Works are good with the addition. No more than 40 feet as allowable under our code. As you can see, there's also an additional concrete apron right here, and existing pavement is to remain. The gravel yard is permissible as it's grandfathered in under our code. We also do allow for gravel on side and rear yards in the I-1 Industrial Park zoning district. So because this driveway is within the front yard, it does need to be paved with curb and gutter. In terms of exterior materials, will consist primarily, the addition will consist primarily of overhead doors and metal wall panels with semi-concealed fasteners, as is allowable under our code change we made about a year ago now, for additions of less than 75% on non-street facing elevations. So on the street facing elevations, it will still have to have concealed fastener panels. So on the facing Ashwaubenon Street right here, that will have concealed fastener panels, but the other sides can have semi-concealed fasteners. In terms of, I should note the applicant will coordinate with Ashwaubenon Public Safety regarding fire apparatus access, so we'll work with Danny on that. In terms of recommended conditions of approval, you will note the red line right here. This is the current parcel line. They are working on a deed right now to transfer that, or basically move that property line further to the west to accommodate the 17-foot building setback. So the first condition is recordation of a deed shifting the westerly property line between adjacent properties to accommodate the required 17-foot side yard setback. Semi-concealed metal wall fasteners are allowable for non-street facing elevations when the addition is less than 75% of the total existing square footage. Street facing elevations are required to have fully concealed fasteners. The new driveway access on Ashwaubenon Street may be a maximum of 40 feet wide at the right-of-way, and I got clarification from Steve on that does extend actually to the street. So we don't allow no more than 40 feet in total at the street. Any new rooftop or ground-mounted mechanical equipment will need to be screened if viewable from parcel line boundaries. The new Ashwaubenon Street driveway in the front yard is required to be paved, either concrete or asphalt. The conventional curb pan or rolled curbing is required for the proposed Ashwaubenon Street driveway. In terms of comments, again, just from public safety, ensure proper fire apparatus access is provided for building to include coverage for the addition. Ensure fire department apparatus access roads are designed and maintained to support the imposed loads of fire apparatus, usually not gravel. So they'll coordinate with public safety on that and make sure that the surface is necessary to accommodate their fire apparatus is taken care of. If you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, we do have representatives of the applicants in the audience.
Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Gary?
Aaron, the concrete or the driveway, you said that could either be blacktop or concrete,
That's correct. We just require a paved surface.
and that runs into a gravel parking lot?
Correct.
That's fenced in, correct? What I believe.
I guess I'd probably defer to the owners on that. Is the yard fenced in at all? Okay. Not in that location.
Yeah. Anybody want to make a motion?
So move with conditions.
Have a second?
Second.
Have a second from Carrie. We have a motion and a second to approve with staff conditions. Any other comments or discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Number 7, department reports.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Dave for filling in for me 2 weeks ago at Site Plan Review Committee. I understand everything went fine. I'm not sure if you mentioned it at the last committee meeting, but I do want to let you know that we have been delegated by the state for building plan review. And that's full delegation. So that's all going through E-plan exam now. You certainly can go through the state. I think I mentioned this maybe a month ago or so, that we were in the process. We did receive final authorization on that. We have full delegation. So you can have the option to go through E-plan exam. They do guarantee a 15 business day review. And part of the building fees, again, they're same as the state fees, do get returned back to the village. They guarantee a 15-day, business day turnaround on their building plan reviews. The state right now is anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, depending upon the time of the year. So there's certain time savings there as well. So I think we're pretty excited about that. We're seeing our first projects run through, and we see some really good coordination with E-plan exam and some really good expertise to bring to the table to help us out as well.
Good. Any questions on that? Okay. Items for next agenda, will we be having site plan next agenda?
I have nothing yet, but I'm willing to bet something will come in.
Okay. Okay, with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. We're done.